Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first live of the Recharge and Reset Challenge. This is our first challenge since going away and coming back, first challenge of 2025. And I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here. This is the first time I've done a live in this way for a long time. So I can see your comments here. Whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, if you pop a comment, I will be able to see it. You can ask any questions. And welcome to anyone that's never been to one of these before. My name is Beck Spiller. I'm the founder of the Anti-Burnout Club, and we provide hundreds of free challenges like this, lessons, classes, all sorts. I feel a bit anxious. It feels so strange doing this. This is also streaming publicly, which is why I feel so anxious, because Facebook have stopped me being able to stream into groups using the software that I use. So anyone that's watching in public is like, what's this? What's going on? That's why. Right, anyway, boring. What I want to do to start off with is bring up the calendar. So whether you're just joining us or you're already through halfway through this challenge, this is what we're up to this week. So week one, we're focusing on decluttering our minds and our bodies. And these are our 5 challenges for the week. So declutter your bag, purse, or coat pockets, throw away 3 things that drain you, change 1 thing in your environment, create a clean slate space for reflection, and do a quick 5 to 10 minute brain dump. Now, I know that so many of you are already like steaming your way through this. You're doing amazing. You might not be doing them in order, and that is absolutely fine. Please don't think, oh no, I miss Monday, so now I can't do that one, or I'm kind of doing it in a topsy-turvy way. That doesn't matter. I kind of put it into a calendar to make it easier for people to be able to see it and to visualize it. But effectively, you've got 5 to 10 minute challenges to do throughout the week. And it might be that you do them all on Saturday and Sunday. It doesn't really matter when you do them. What does matter is that you actually get something from them. So what I want to focus on in this live, firstly, let me know in the comments if you have managed to try any of the challenges this week so far. What I wanted to kind of focus on is what to do if you're struggling to start, or if you get stuck at any point. Why we're kind of starting with this theme, and then a few extra tips to help you release some of that energy that you might still be feeling. So the first thing I kind of want to touch upon is I've had a few messages and a few emails from people saying they're struggling to get started, right? And this is very, very normal. Firstly, thank you for being honest, because you're completely not alone. And I know for a fact, out of, I think there's 430 of us doing this challenge now. And I've had about 15, 20 emails and messages saying, I really can't get started. I feel already overwhelmed. If you are stuck now, if you get stuck at any point, my advice to you is to start exactly where you are. And what I mean by that is, for example, someone messaged me saying that they just couldn't sort of get up off the sofa or stop scrolling through their phone. And so I said, okay, well, just start where you are. Start with your phone. If you have to get rid of 3 things, let's take that challenge as an example. Start by perhaps removing 3 apps on your phone that drain you, or start by unfollowing 3 accounts that perhaps you binge watch too much or that don't make you feel very good, or start by deleting some emails. So starting exactly where you are means, what am I doing right now that I can't kind of get out of to do one of these challenges? And can I do one of these challenges with that thing? So let's say you're stuck in your bedroom, in bed, really struggling. You're like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do any of this. Is there anything in your space right now that you could declutter or perhaps change in your environment? So maybe it's just moving a piece of furniture around to make that room feel different. Because I think that the hardest thing in all of this is always getting started, right? Like, every single thing that we do, every new habit that we try to make, every time we do one of these challenges, anything like that, the hardest part is getting started. And what I've noticed from the people that have got started is that they'll do, 5 minutes and they'll declutter one area. And then all of a sudden, we've got people that have decluttered entire rooms, right? Like people are getting the momentum from just starting that one little task. So think about, where am I exactly right now? What can I do in this space? And then how can I kind of gently widen that circle? So how can I do something on my phone? How can I do something on my sofa or in my bed? How can I do something in my living room? How can I do something in my house? How can I go out of my house and do something? So really just gently, very, very gently trying to widen that circle. And that's kind of the magic of this challenge, right? Is that we're just focusing on the small things that we can do right now. And if they lead to big things, that's amazing. But if not, then it's still amazing because you've done something that you weren't going to do, or that you hadn't done 20 minutes ago. So please don't get caught in this, I need to completely spring clean my house, because that's not what this challenge is about. That's not what this week is about. If you manage to do bigger things, amazing. But please don't get caught up in, I need to do big things. Just get caught up in the little things. And that's kind of why we're starting with this theme, because I think that a lot of the time, when spring comes, we get all this new energy, right? And we're like, cool, it's a new season, I'm going to do loads of new things. It's all about a fresh start. But also that kind of winter energy is still like holding on to us a little bit. So we'll have a few sunny days, then it's grey and it's rainy again. And we kind of get caught up in this cocooning ourselves again. So we're like, oh, spring, oh, fresh, oh, cocoon ourselves. So I think that by doing it in small increments, it's kind of like spring coming in, right? We're doing it bit by bit. We're getting that fresh start, but we're not trying to change everything at once. And the theme of this week, this clearing this stagnant energy, is all about lightening the load, right? So that we can feel clearer, we can feel more energized, ready for the next parts of the recharge and reset challenge. And I wish I'd called it reset and recharge. I feel like that rolls off the tongue better, doesn't it? Reset and recharge. Never mind, it's done now. Everything's made, so it's tough. But yeah, I do think that winter energy is kind of tries to claw us back in a little bit. And we can, sorry, I can hear banging, and my husband's looking after my daughter, so I'm just, no, we're okay. Yeah, we can often cocoon ourselves in winter, surround ourselves with a load of stuff as well, like actual physical stuff and Christmas and all that kind of thing. So this week is all about just kind of getting rid of that and lightening the load. So I'm going to bring the calendar back up for you to have a look again. So we can have a quick look through. I'm having a look through everyone's comments so far. Let me know which challenges you've done. Done day one, amazing. Oh, up to date, done some digital decluttering, love it. Lit a candle, so that's today's done too. Yes, see, I mean, these can be little things, we don't need to have this, change the entire living room around to change one thing in our environment. So I love that. Perfect. Okay. So whilst we're on this topic, I'm going to remove this. Debbie said, I finally managed to reorganize under the stairs. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to look under the stairs. Normally I do my bookcase. That's my reorganizing, but you might be able to see it's empty because we're supposed to be moving house. So it's all packed up and I've got no books out, which feels very odd for me. So let's move on to some extra tips to kind of go along with these. So these are just other little bits and pieces that you might want to do. A lot of what we focused on this week is kind of clearing your physical space. So I kind of wanted to have a few other ones that you might want to add in this week that are kind of a bit more about mental space. So the first one is a really nice way. On the Friday, we've got a brain dump. That's a nice way to clear your mind. But something that I like to do pretty much every day is the 2-minute toothbrush check-in, right? So this is basically where every time you brush your teeth, you ask yourself, how am I feeling and what do I need today? And what we're doing is we're getting into this habit of kind of clearing space in our minds first thing in the morning. How do I feel? What do I need? Right? So that we feel clearer, we feel lighter as the day goes on. Another thing to do, and this works really well for those that are perhaps struggling to do some of the perhaps slightly bigger things, is simply to let in some fresh air. And this again goes with releasing that kind of stagnant energy. And I'm not saying our houses are smelly. I'm basically saying, sometimes it gets a bit stuffy, right? And now that the weather's changing, open all your windows. Literally open all of the windows, not at night, maybe tomorrow morning. Open them all up for a couple of minutes, close them, just let the fresh air flow through and just shift the atmosphere in your home, basically. Number 3, everyone's favorite, my favorite, I love this, a great way of releasing physical energy, the kitchen disco. Put on your favorite song, dance it out, shake it out. Mine is literally Taylor Swift, Shake It Out, because I can shake. And that's another really good way of releasing any like the energy. Say no to something. You might be like, what has that got to do with releasing energy? It's mentally letting go of something that might be weighing you down. So it's a form of energetic decluttering. And then the last one, which I really like doing this, and some people think it's really weird, but do something unusual just to shift the perspective of things or to shift the mood. So something that I got taught when I was doing mindfulness training is to brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand, or to brush your hair with your non-dominant hand, or to completely move. Like, so if you have everything set out, for example, for your morning routine, completely change everything around, because your brain has to like rethink about everything, and it disrupts the kind of stuck energy that you have. So if you're ever feeling stuck and you need some kind of just a little bit of a switch, just move some things around, or use the other hand to do things. Just do something a little bit different that kind of changes this perspective. It's quite magic how it works. Like, I still don't get it to this day. But yeah, your brain just goes, oh, I'm, awake and alert, and this is, what are you doing to me? So it's a really nice way to kind of clear and lighten your mental load. And that is it. I'm going to leave you to it, the rest of the challenges. Now, on the weekend, I'll be sending a downloadable that's got some more like checklists and stuff, that if you want to carry on decluttering, if you're kind of like, I've built up momentum now, then there's some checklists and stuff, decluttering checklists, that you can work your way through. But it's just an add-on for the challenge. So all of the downloadables will be more of like an additional I can do as well. What we really want to focus on are just those 5 to 10 minute challenges. I'm going to pop these back up one last time as a reminder, because I keep forgetting them. If you're in the Facebook group, I've put them in the header of the Facebook group as well. I'm like, what am I doing again today? Because I'm so used to posting every single day. Anyone that's been with us for a while will know that I normally do a video every single day. But to make it easier and a bit lighter on everyone, this was the way of doing it. But my memory is terrible. So if you are following along day by day, then tomorrow we're going to create a clean slate space for reflection. I'm going to clear out my desk because it is actually horrible. And then on Friday, we'll be doing a quick 5 to 10 minute brain dump. But remember, you can do these at any time, on any day, even if it's next week. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we take these little steps that lead to bigger steps. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been really lovely to be back and get out all of my anxious energy. Please let me know if you've got any questions. You can pop them in the comments at any time. If you're in the Facebook group, come and join the Facebook community chat thing that we've got going on. It's buzzing. Like, there's so many people in it just sharing all of their wins and their photos and stuff. And it's like really motivated me to do more. So if you're feeling a bit like, I feel in a bit of a slump, then come and join the community chat. Right. That is it. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely evening or morning or afternoon whenever you're watching this back, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.